Cardinals here. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it. Last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers.
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully
Lance going to put it up right away. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 20, up to the 26.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests.
Now Lance unable to escape and down.
Wow, so far so good.
That sack goes to Cameron Thomas. Just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that?
They had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. The Lance going to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll get this up past the 25 by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. But that one into the hands of Hopkins downfield. Touchdown, Cardinals!
Now that's the way you start.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. But that time, they were up to the challenge.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Lance. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I'd have to say James Conner. My defense is pretty stout, though.
And that sacked the quarterback. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile.
Second drive of the game. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. From the 30 on 2nd down, Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First carry for James Conner, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Legs, they got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Looking sideline, and that's caught by Hopkins. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field?
Connor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on teams that just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going. Being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. And Lance again going to keep it. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gear.
He was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously the yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one will be no good. He never.
Difficult it is for the center because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping...
Murray a give. This is Connor. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. A 14-yard gain there. Murray going to throw. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
All defense.
An option handoff given to Connor. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. They'll try and run forward with Connor. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It's locked in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They'll run for it with Connor. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They only got a...
Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
They'll run here with Connor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
2nd down and goal. Murray sliding out of the... That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals.
All right, 21-0. Let's go, guys.
First touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have moved out to go for their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can have the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
And Lance again going to keep it. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard.
Like an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give him.
You know what else is happening, too? Because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier.
Opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, a give to counter. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Running right on the option is Murray. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down mark. Here's Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So he's been automatic to this point of the season. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their
first down. Here's Lance. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your how about the yards per completion, too. That's a pretty darn good number there.
Murray fighting, lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return from the
important when you have the short turnaround. What is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play. What play gets made by the defensive front? Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It'll be a gain of 5.
A ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs.
They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. Then he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
Intentional grounding.
To throw is Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa.
Out of the slot. You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Lance, he'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he gets this down inside the 30.
Pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Boswell's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 4-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of not an easy thing for them to do.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And complete to Zach Ertz. And able to get the... Murray now on 1st down. Caught left side, Hopkins. Now another timeout called for by the...
Feel like you can always bounce back after plays, but with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the 40
have this big lead, and you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Niners, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And Murray will run it here. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. The keeper
In this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
on 3rd down, it's Connor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
We tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Murray now. He'll get that one complete to Connor. Call it a gain of 6 on. Now Murray. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we... So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Murray giving to Connor on the option. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point. Murray now running right on the option. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a 1st down.
Now that was a design.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And some space here. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year.
Don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Lance. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard.
Sit down, Trey. You ain't going nowhere.
Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way.
That's what you get for trying to be cute.
Get the football back. Well, if these guys wanted to get...
That didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple.
And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
90 yards for him on the ground now.
Last level being the secondary, but the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go quickly here out to Moore. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Some more. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. From the gun, Murray. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Can stop him. I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
Connor up the middle. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
Been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's Connor on the read option. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 1 quarter remains here to begin quarter number 4. Right back to Connor here on first. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. He did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his good
with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Niners. Lance looking to throw it. And this one is incomplete.
Whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game,
it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. He's going to air one out. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say
top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Desperation time here. Lance. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Niners go position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run behind center with Connor. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Defensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Out is Tucker McCann now to try the field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. McCann's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even for signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Lance. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Camus Cruzet Hill.
And get through the end of this one as quickly as possible.
Another try after the first down sack. Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. So the completion good for just 3. And that
Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 there.
Him to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Performance for them really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now obviously they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just...
Another carry now from Madison. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 27. It's a 5. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them.
Kneel down. We're actually going to kick a field goal just to rub it in, just because it's a rivalry.
String together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
What's going on? MVP Lewis adding salt to the wound here.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So it's a win here for the Air. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The